people to do the work that needs to be done.
Management thinks that they know best, and the issues really with equipment is equipment breaks, and that's really one of the things that we find with our work hour estimator programs when we go into facilities. The management will staff based on preventive maintenance, and the issues are not just preventive maintenance, it's breakdown maintenance, it's reactive maintenance. When a machine breaks down, belts break, a motor goes out, they do not staff for that. And that's one of the issues. We have to go after worst case scenario, whereas management only wants to go after best case scenario. And that's rarely the way this equipment works, especially as you know, the longevity issue with it. As it gets older, just like the rest, I mean, just like me, the older I get, the more I break down. That's the same way with the equipment in the buildings.
We're talking about an issue about possibly maybe absorbing more people in the maintenance craft, trying to get some more training for them. The clerks are losing more jobs, so what we're trying to do is trying to absorb them into the maintenance craft, custodians, then mechanics, or ETs. That's how we're trying to absorb them. So it's a good project. We've done it before as a pilot program. It worked well. We're trying to do it again, wider spectrum.
For us, in maintenance, it's always about jobs, just like any other union rep. That our job is jobs. We have to have the jobs available. We have to make them available. We're the most diverse craft in the sense that we cover a myriad of occupational groups or job classifications, custodians to mechanics, to various types of mechanics, various levels, all the way up to higher levels of electronic technicians. So we have a wide amount of skilled, semi-skilled, and other types of jobs, including some administrative jobs, that we take care of, and we're in a constant struggle to maintain our staffing levels, to add to the staffing levels, and whether it's the preservation of, or the restoration of, or the acquisition of, it's always about jobs.
At Support Services, delegates discussed the challenges they face as the smallest craft in the Postal Service. And they heard from a nurse who recently became a proud APWU member when postal nurses voted to become part of the APWU.
We merged with the support group August 2007. We had a vote among the nurses, and it was overwhelmingly for the nurses to go with APWU. And the nurses are very happy that they now have APW representation. We start off with at least 200 nurses. Down through the years, the contract, according to the arbitration, split us in half. So then we went down to 188. Then down through the years, as the nurses got older, they began to retire. So when we found out that our group had dropped to 88, we knew it was time for negotiations, that we really had to do something so that we could afford a negotiation and to save these nurses' jobs. So we looked around and we were able to talk to APW, and they said that they would take a vote, the executive board, and see if they could help us, and they did. So then we had a vote among the nurses, and the nurses, as I said, voted overwhelmingly for us joining APW. And before the ink was dry, they had already begun to go to APW.
Support Services delegates applauded the private sector members in Cincinnati, Ohio, after the 126 workers won their first union contract through the APWU. It was a 7-year battle for the workers.
What we do is we inspect the trays, the sleeves, containers, that anything that's used to carry mail in. The role that the union played was very big, because when we first started, the people on the committee were losing their jobs. I was on the original committee of 6. I'm the only one left. The union tried to get them, save their jobs, but it wasn't a good thing. But everybody that was there in the beginning is still supportive of what we got now. It's probably the best thing that's happened in that area in a long time. To fight for the contract was well worth it. 7 years. No matter what anybody says, you got to keep pushing forward, because we didn't think we had a chance sometimes, but we kept pushing, and in the end, we came out.
After the convention ends, delegates will have the opportunity to participate in more than 30 different workshops that will help them build their skills as union leaders. Research and Education Director Joyce Robinson explains.
The workshops will be on Saturday. After the convention adjourns on Friday, we have a wide range of subject matters, something for everyone. We have some of our big workshops include retirement. People are anxious to retire, it seems. We have a lot of people that want to attend that workshop. We have a lot of our window clerks that want to attend saving their jobs, saving retail jobs in the post office. We have some other ones that's always big, like advanced shop steward training. The people want to know how can they protect their jobs, and they want the skills for the shop stewards to fight to preserve these jobs in the Postal Service, and to know their contractor rights. Contractor rights, that's a big one. We have interrogation by the Office of Inspector General and the Postal Inspection Service. So we have a lot of workshops. The good news is that it's still time to register. For the people who did not get registered in advance, we still have slots open, so you can go to the registration area and register beginning Wednesday at 9 o'clock in the morning. We will have registration on Wednesday and Thursday and Friday.
On Sunday morning, at a memorial service organized by the Department of Human Relations, convention delegates paused to reflect and remember departed APWU members, including those who served in the military in Iraq and Afghanistan. Members of the APWU chorus provided music.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now am found.
Joe Dixon of the Fort Worth area local offered a special recognition in memory of his friend and co-worker Kenny Mack, who was killed in action in Iraq last year.
But one of the best things, I guess, that our industrious president ever did was sign into law to make a postal facility back home in Fort Worth, Texas. And they had the dedication on August the 8th of this year, and it is now the Master Sergeant Kenneth N. Mack Postal Facility.
Everyone at the memorial service left with a carnation, a remembrance of those who have been lost. We will end today's show with a tribute to our fallen brothers and sisters. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.